So here we are at the conference, and it was an incredible weekend, wouldn't you say, Jack?
Absolutely.
Wasn't Swerve by the Precious Dark Horse kind of comical? Wasn't that kind of funny?
I'm keeping my mouth shut on that.
So Jack, we had a great time. We had a very productive conference.
Yeah.
And it's amazing what can be accomplished when a bunch of idiots don't show up.
Exactly. Exactly. It was fun. We enjoyed spending time together, and we didn't have to worry about people out there screaming, "You hate women."
Or pulling the fire alarms
Yes.
and putting other people's lives at risk. Or
Yes.
committing other various crimes.
I have to say the security team did an excellent job.
Well, I was a part of that. I'm honored to have been a part of that security team. Jack, you did an amazing job.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yourself. You were the shuttle driver for everybody, and you took care of all the VIPs.
I tried.
That would be the very important patriarchy.
The patriarchs. Very important patriarchs. There we
yes,
go.
Yes. So, what was your favorite part? Who was your favorite speaker there, Jack?
I would say it'd have to be a toss-up between Barbara Kay, Dr. T, and Stefan Moni. Now, I didn't get to see all of them because part of the time I was shuttling people back and forth, and I missed probably half the speakers.
All right. We're joined by Mike Buchanan of Justice for Men and Boys Party. And for the women who love them. Yes. And we are campaign for merit. And the campaign for merit in business. Yes. The Alternative Sexism Project. And Men Shouldn't Marry. So, Mike, what was your favorite speaker? Besides yourself. They're all great, but Karen Strawn is just, she's a movie star. As far as I'm
She is
concerned.
such a joy to hear.
When she was talking about honey badgers, I was crying with laughter.
Oh, yeah.
Just crying. So, but they're all great. There was no speaker. There was no presentation I didn't really enjoy. Or learn something great.
Robert, come on in.
Robert, come on
Sit down.
Was she in the video?
Serendipitously, Robert O'Hara just joined us. And Robert, we're going to ask you the same question. Who was your favorite speaker?
Oh. Boy, there's a lot of good ones to choose from. I'm going to say her busy because she just told like it is. She's busy. And it's not just because she has leverage power. I think it's because she's right about everything. She articulated it with some practice. She was just the most she was right.
She ad-libs everything. Just off the bit, and just tells a story. I think that's what you're talking about.
Right.
It makes it more like you're having a conversation.
And she didn't miss any words. She doesn't miss any words.
Yeah.
Agent Tungsten,
Yeah.
we shall see you later.
Yes. You gotta get in. Be careful.
Dean, I'll see you, buddy. Brother, see you later again.
So, I'm going to ask you the general group here. I've experienced this before. I've read this video. How great is it to meet the people that you've talked to for so long on the internet and collaborated with and worked with?
It's like the coolest thing, really like the coolest thing ever. It's like it's the coolest thing I've ever. Just being here is the coolest thing I've done in my entire life.
Jack, I get to ask you that because I experienced it back in September 2015 at the rally in Toronto.
I wasn't able to make that, but I will tell you guys, it brings a whole new level.
Here's Dean.
Dean.
And we have Dean Esmay just leaving, coming through here. Dean, you major patriarchy, you go and oppress, sir.
DeLuca, in the lobby, food Canadian coffee, maybe.
I'll give him the 130 like so.
Okay. All right, guys. Talk to y'all later.
Take it easy.
Peace out.
Yeah, it brings a whole new level to be able to meet the person and meet these people that you talk to. It takes it just 10 times like this. You know, it's just a whole new level. What about it?
No, I agree. It was just an awesome conference, and everybody said, I was expecting something great, and damn, it was so much better than I could have guessed.
Yeah.
It was kind of, I mean, someone said, yes, you know, Saturday was kind of like the men's movement's D-Day.
Right.
This is the only ways forward now on. Yeah. It really is.
Onward and upward.
Onwards
yes.
and upwards.
So, Robert, what happened with swore by the Presses, or swore the Presses, or Dark Horse? What was your take on her?
I think that she was the only one who was dumb enough to do anything. You know? That's my take on it.
She's got more guts than brains, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it like to have dinner with, sit there and just have dinner amongst a group, 30 or 40 of us, just sitting there and talking and chewing the fat?
I hung out. I tried to get at a table, and I did get at a table where most of the guys at the table I'd never met before. And it's, which is what conferencing is all about. It's supposed to be people that you wouldn't meet otherwise. But it wasn't just like people sitting at a table with, it was just that. And I emceed the event, and it was just, and I said this, it was about just, this is our time to like sit down and break bread together and just relax. And it's just be with each other, where we're like, when we were talking about this, we do all this online activism, and we never get a chance to see each other. And it was just a real relaxing, profound experience. It was just cool.
Yes.
It was. It really was cool.
And I noticed you and I sat at the same table together.
Yeah.
And when we were sitting there just getting to know everybody and each other, we talked about a lot of different stuff,
Yeah.
but we really didn't talk much about men's rights per se. It was just general conversation, getting to know each other.
General politics and like what else were we talking about?
The cities we came from.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Like,
cities we came from, like the music scenes in the cities we came from.
Yeah.
The kind of things that people talk about when they first meet each other.
All right. Yeah.
And it was cool. It was good.
Well, what did you think about the dinner?
Oh, it was excellent. I'm so pleased it was opened up to all the delegates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just terrific.
The food was good, man. The fried chicken was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Hats off to the chef and his staff.
They did a decent job.
They did a really good job.
And to the people that at the VFW, thank you,
Yes.
thank you
Yeah.
for all your help
that
and
was.
support.
I'm so glad that we had it there instead of the Doubletree Hill, because they were very accommodating, and it was just the perfect place to have the conference. I think. I would totally go back there again. For real.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like to thank the commander from the bottom of my heart for everything he's done in the past.
Hats off to you, sir.
Yes. The VFW was the proud pleasure of the boys from don't make that donation.
It was $2,000, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The protection, regardless on whether or not you agree with our talking points, free speech needs to be sacrosanct. It needs to be open discussion. Without it, we live in a totalitarian state.
Free speech is the guarantee of democracy, in my opinion, or at least one of them.
One of them. Yeah. There were a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
But without the free speech, the others don't matter.
No.
No. Silence voice is no good.
Are we okay to say where next year's conference?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
We just don't
Okay,
know.
I'll say that.
Yes, it is. Jonathan.
I'm out of here, dude.
Oh. And here we have Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Voice of Massachusetts. So, Jonathan, say hi to hey guys. Jonathan, I just like that. Yeah, I'm a favorite speaker.
Oh, there are a lot of good ones. It comes down to me to probably in terms of how they told their story, either between Tom Golden or Stefan Molyneux. Stefan Molyneux was very funny, very animated, very engaging with the audience, but also Tom Golden has this amazing soothing voice. He has this way of engaging with the audience, and also he has this great storytelling kind of method of
He's an amazing orator.
Right, exactly, and he just has this. Yeah, I really liked both of them in particular. But there were others who did. The others did amazingly well. Also.
Yes, everybody was top notch.
Yeah. So definitely going to be here.
Wasn't a bad one in the bunch.
Right. I'm definitely going to come back next time.
Jonathan, I want to say what an honor and a pleasure it was meeting you.
Yeah.
Finally, after talking to you online.
Oh, Attila. Yeah, I never got a chance to speak with you more physically. Yeah, let me step up right here.
We have our Attila Vincer Attila Vincer has joined us. Well, Attila, do you have a favorite speaker?
Do I have a favorite speaker? I have several. But admittedly, the one that I have never met before seen was Robert Franklin. That's who I was really looking forward to seeing. But I mean, Parnell, Terrence, who else? There were so many good speakers.
Amazing.
Yeah, all of it put together. There was so much brain power in there. Absolutely spectacular.
It was an incredible event. And everybody had a good time. Everybody's safe. And now it's time to go home. Get rest, yes, and start planning for next year.
We already have.
Standing here with Steve DeLuca. He's been advocating for the equal treatment, compassion, and care, consideration for men and boys for about 50 years. We have a trailblazer here. Steve, I want to say what an honor it is to meet you, sir. Thank you ever so much for what you have done and what you will continue to do in the future. I understand you've taken up a cause here, sir.
Yeah, I've been with Generations for a long time. I have a lot of different causes, and many of the speakers here can speak to a lot of the causes better than I can. I have a little brain damage from the Army. I have 100% disability. And what I want to share today is I have a friend named Madeline Morehouse. If you Google Madeline Morehouse rape, you will see a case from 20 years ago when she was beaten, raped badly. She got a gun. She was able to hold the perpetrator. That is not the worst thing that's ever happened to her, and I have personal information about her childhood that was worse. But actually, the thing she's suffering with today is her grandson, Moki, was taken to Japan. Her father had her son had custody of this child in 2008. The kid's in Japan now, and she hasn't seen him for a few years. He's gone a couple times. He's talked to Congress. He's gone a couple times to Japan. He's not seen his kid for years. And I think whatever she suffered from the rape, this missing her grandchild, seeing her son suffering, missing his own child, it's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to her. So I told her I'd bring that in and help promote it a little bit, and that's the main thing I wanted to do.
Blue Collar Red Pill Radio says, bring Moki home.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Bring Moki home. It's kidnapping. It's a federal offense. It's a terrible, terrible crime.
He had custody. He had full custody, but in Japan, with the child being half Japanese, they don't really care about his problems. There are several fathers that have gone through things like this.
It's terrible. I would just like to ask you, did you have a favorite speaker?
You know, I came here primarily. My wife actually paid for my trip. She knew that after 50 years I should come and meet some of the people that I've admired for a long time. I really wanted to meet Aaron Peasy. Warren Farrell and I are friends, so you know he's always been one of my favorites. I've contributed a little bit to his books. He gives me more credit than a little bit, but it's a good book. And that was about it. I thought all the speakers were really good. I was impressed with the quality of the people who were the attendees. People were it was like one big family. I really loved to see the women that came to support the men. there was a man there who just got totally shafted. What's his name? The military guy?
Terrence Pop.
Terrence Pop. He's really been through the ringer, and I think I was totally impressed with how he was able to pull it off. I've got PTSD. I could never get up in front of people and deal with this stuff the way he does. He's been through a lot more than I have. So I was really impressed with him.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, Terrence Pop does Redonkulous, but before he did Redonkulous, he did the final beat of the Purple Heart. And that is a powerful, powerful short film dealing with suicide in the military.
And my wife never cried. 10 years I knew her. First 10 years I knew her, she never cried. She saw that film.
There was people in the conference that I saw wiping tears after watching that video. If you're not familiar with Terrence Pop, go to his YouTube channel, go to redonkulous.com, check him out. He's awesome. The way he's able to do to get his message out is just it is very unique, just awesome.
We'll have a link for him in the low bar.
And if you email J Morehouse, the letter J Morehouse at BACHOME.org, that's a site where he's trying to get his son back and trying to get people to pay attention.
J Morehouse.
We'll have that out there.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's mine. Okay.
We got to send me that link, Dan.
Yes. Steve, what an honor and a pleasure, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for all you've done.
Thank you, sir.
So we are in St. Clair Shores. We just finished a 2-day major men's issues conference. We had people here from Australia, India, Europe, UK, Canada, all parts of the United States. Some of the most incredible minds were here talking about issues concerning men and boys. I think what we've done in the last couple of days is made history in a way that cannot be effaced from memory. We're talking about issues, the science is there, but somehow media, law enforcement, the judiciary, medical people, social workers are either not getting it or ignoring the science. Particularly that domestic violence is an issue that affects men and women equally, and children more than any other. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to push the science. I made a promise to Professor Martin Theobert back on the 7th of June in Toronto at the Domestic Violence Symposium that we are going to engage the media. The media needs to start talking science and not gibberish, and not political agendas, and not things that motivate governments to fund a multi-billion-dollar industry that is harming our future, our children.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
I think society's pretty much tired of feminism's misogyny and misandry and hatred of the family. We're also standing here with Baldwin Barble, and he came down to the conference as well.
Yeah.
And what's your take on it?
Well, I think for me, I would say what the really great thing was finding out for sure, as I expected, how diverse this group is, how many different voices there are speaking to these issues. From all races, all genders, sexual preferences, they're all there. And we're all together, we're all talking about the same issues. And that's just very encouraging to me.
We have balance in really what it is. And contrary to what our adversaries are saying to us, that we're unbalanced, we're unhinged. You know, we have more balance than I see anywhere. And I was having a discussion with the reporter from GQ magazine yesterday during the interview, and I said, you know, I don't have an issue that our adversaries won't agree with everything, but I said they don't agree with this, and that, and this, and all of that, and all of this, and none of us, nothing,
couldn't they at least find one thing where they could say, you know what, we don't agree with everything, but this one point makes sense. So that tells me the balance beam is missing from their balance. There's no balance there. None. It's all one-sided to fit an agenda, to play into the multi-billion-dollar industry need. It's a ferocious beast that is starved for cash, and they have to, in my opinion, invent reasons, causes, incidents to justify the multi-billions of dollars that governments are paying. And in fact, you know who that government is? It's him, and him, and him, and me, and you, and them. It's all of us. It's our money that we pool, they take, and put it into this thing, and then that thing is used against us, especially men and boys, for incarceration, for police forces to, you know, look for certain things that really don't even exist.
Attila, we thank you for all that you did at the conference.
Actually, Attila, and please pass on our gratitude to your father.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
For all the work he's done in designing the coin, the conference, Voice for Men, and for raising a fine young man here.
Yeah, yes.
Oh boy. I will admit, I remember talking with Paul one evening and we're discussing the design of this AVFM coin. I put it forward that I thought we needed to make a specific mark. A coin, it's not just an item that we keep in our pockets or on our dressers or wherever we put it. It makes history. It's non-erasable. It will go into the magazines. It will go into the coin books. And when I was speaking with Paul one evening, you know, what do we put on this coin? And you know, a lot of people wanted his face on it, and he didn't really want that. I wouldn't have minded if that's what ended up on it. That would have been fine. I think he would deserve it. But I said, you know what, Paul? There's a great little piece by Robert Kennedy. Something to do with a tiny little ripple is what each of us separately can create in a large body of water. That tiny ripple alone is nothing. But collectively, it turns into a tidal wave that can wash away any obstruction, any tyranny, anything that is harmful to a society. And so that is what went on the back, that very famous piece, and on the front, a single hand dropping a single stone, a large body of water, beginning that ripple effect. What we've done here at this conference is many of us have thrown their little tiny little bits in, their little energy, and I'm telling you guys, we have begun a movement of water that will turn into a tidal wave, and it will wash away the oppression and the tyranny that we're currently dealing with.
Yes. Thanks, Attila, Stephen, Paul, Bravo. Really appreciate you guys coming in, having a little chat.
Thank you, sir.
Good to meet you.
All right.
We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Join us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central,
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
on Blue Collar Red Pill Radio, on Voice for Men Radio, on Live 365.
And remember, you can lead a feminist to logic, you can't make them think.
See you later, everybody.
Cheers.